Ayan, good morning ulit students, no. Since nagkaroon nga ng seminar, no, I have to record some of the lessons na we didn't tackle because as we all know that the um, exams natin sa iba't ibang subjects are actually approaching, no? It's very fast, parang kailan lang. Okay, but ayun, kailangan nating tapusin yung mga lessons because again, it's part of the lesson plan, my lesson plan, and it's also part of your exams. So, wala tayong choice, okay? So, and again, no, next week, we're going to have our sport fest. So, we don't know what will happen by the next meeting. So, it's better na to record some of the lessons. Okay? So, again, sana yun. Pwede na ako mag-share. Okay, so last time na pinag-usapan natin yung evolution. Pag sinabi nating evolution, again, it is the process in which an organism developed diversified from early forms of life. It is the change, it is the gradual change of appearance and even the characteristics of the organisms, maybe no because of the changing environment. Okay, so we have different types of evidences that we tackle about, but segue lang pala, hindi naman natin pinag-usapan. We have these molecular evidences, may fossil records, may comparative embryology, and even the structural. So in early forms, no, yung pinag-aaralan talaga, ito, phylogenetics, no, ginagamit talaga siya to understand the evolutionary relationships and connections among the species. So before talaga, ang aaralan since they don't have that kind of technology that we have today, no, morphological lang talaga ang basis nila. So kapag magkapareho, no, parehas may pakpak or parehas na um something that is specific when it comes to the traits, they are very similar, no, uh, on the basis of morphological, no, talagang pinagsasama na nila. But today, no, we are very much, how do you say this one, specifics na. Okay, specific, I mean, when it comes to identifying different types of an organism, even there, uh, no, yung sa modern na natin, modern phylogenetics, talagang yung sequences ng DNA is pinag-aaralan na rin. Okay, to understand if they have actually evolved from a different ancestor or related ancestor or iisang ancestor. Okay, so we had different types of concept, no, na pinag-usapan natin. So it started in the 18th century, yung mga naturalists naniniwala sila na um, yung kung ano ka dati, no? Kunwari tao ka na, no? Kunwari hayop ka na, hindi ka nag-evolve. Kung ano ka dati, yun ka na talaga. That's creationism. Okay? So, sabi nila, naturalists believe that the species have been created separately and remained unchanged. Hindi sila nagbago, walang evolution. Okay? But of course, very curious yung scientists natin before, no? And they have unfold uh they have unfold new facts, and it leads to the understanding that evolution could really happen, no? uh, Yan, sige, let's tackle na this one, no? Pero pinag-usapan na kasi natin to last time. Pero ayan, si Lamarck, no, si Lamarck is one of the scientists, no, na nagpasimula when it comes to the evolution. Okay, he is a French naturalist who proposed the idea that the species descended from other species. He attributed the change to the natural laws and proposed that a mechanism of change. And his hypothesis became the theory of acquired characteristics. No, sabi niya nga is you have to use it. Meron siyang theory that the traits should be used and used and used for you to evolve it. Okay, to be more better. Kasi kung hindi, pwede kang mamatay. Pwede ito, sabi nila, dahil nga maliit ka, kailangan mo stretch ng stretch yung leg mo. And over a period of time, no, gradual naman siya. You did change. Okay? Tapos yung changes na yun is napapasa mo naman daw sa anak mo. Okay? So, kaya lang may problema, no? Sabi nga nila is, ang nagiging problema is, kunwari ba, nag-exercise ka, naipasa mo ba yung laki ng katawan mo sa anak mo kaagad? Kunwari, nag-exercise ka, ang dami mong muscle, no? Tapos pagka panganak ba ng asawa mo, meron na kaagad muscle yung anak mo. Like literal muscle, it's bulking na. Okay? Or ano na, specifics na doon sa mga lining ng muscle. Di ba wala naman? Okay, so that's one of the problem. No, hindi ka agad siya na ipapasa. Okay, next. So sabi nila Mark, it has the two concepts of evolution. The physical desire of an organism or animal determines how the body will develop. Kasi nga kailangan kong buhay dito eh. Sabi niya, kailangan kong mabuhay, kailangan kong mag-transform. So I have to use it more. And when I use it more, I evolve. Okay, and then this can change, no? My body can change and can pass also to my daughter or to my son and so on. So next is the changes in organ size caused by use or disuse can inherited by the offspring. Yun nga yung sinasabi ko. But then, no, na-disprove yung idea na yun. Okay, next. Uh, Wag na yan, si Wallace na yan. Alisin muna natin si Wallace. Same na lang rin yun kay Darwin. No, si Darwin, sabi niya, he went on a 5-year journey abroad to South America. His trip to Galapagos, he is impressed that there are many varieties of species. At napansin niya, no, ang daming varieties ng species, specifically dun sa mga birds, but they have different types of beaks and they have different types of uses. Napag-alaman niya na yung species na yon, they have evolved because of the environment. Okay? So, same lang kay Wallace. No? It's because the natural selection happens. No? Dahil maraming puno, nag-evolve yung isang giraffe. Okay? So, kasi pag hindi siya nag-evolve, papatayin siya ng nature, 'di ba? So yun yung natural selection. Okay? So yung magkaiba silang dalawa. Lamarckian theory of evolution claims that organism evolved due to the physiological needs. Kasi kailangan ko. Okay? Yun yung kailangan the need. Okay? So Darwinian naman suggests that natural selection is the main reason. Hindi dahil kailangan mo, dahil harsh yung environment. Kasi kung hindi ka mag-evolve, pwede kang mamatay. And those who will fail or which fail to adapt to will become extinct. Okay? So, yun yung idea. Tignan. Okay. Ayan. Si Carolus Linnaeus naman kasi he studied different types of organisms and he put a classification or tinatawag natin na taxonomy. Okay? So, sa taxonomy, kailangan mong i-categorize yung isang organism into different types of characteristics. Okay? So, napakatalino ni Carolus. Very important yan to categorize, especially sa mga zoologists, no, microbiologists. Kasi talagang yung physicality is parang it's one of the main reason why we are very much aware that we are different from an organism. Okay? Oh, parehas kayong ano, 'di ba? Yung upper limbs mo and lower limbs mo parehas kayo ng aso dahil ba parehas kayo uh, uh, pwedeng tito mo na siya, tatay mo na siya, 'di ba hindi? Okay? You have also to check their behavior. Paano ba sila naglalakad? Okay? So yung mga ganong idea, you have to separately you have to study them separately. Okay? And that is the goal also of the taxonomy. Okay? Meron tayong binomial nomenclature, no? It is a formal naming system for the living scientist, no? Yung binomial nomenclature is tinatawag natin na scientific names, no? Yung kunwari may common name, yung normal name niya, no? Kunwari yung Carabao grass, kahit common name yun, possible na hindi yun alam sa ibang bansa. So you have to give a scientific name, no? Paspalum conjugatum. Now, possible na alam na nila yon. Okay, so meron tayong yung evolution, it works differently, no? Pwedeng divergent. Pag sinabi nating divergent students, no? Ano nangyari? Pag sinabi nating divergent, yung isang organism nag-evolve into two or more new different animals, no? From one ancestor, nag-evolve sila sa iiba. Okay, iba't iba. Okay, pwedeng yung isang eto, nag-evolve siyang sa climbing. Okay, kasi ganun yung environment na kailangan, no? Tapos eto naman, pwedeng nag-evolve din siya to flying. Okay, isa lang yung ancestor nila, pero iba na yung traits nila because they have different types of environment. Meron naman dito students no yung evolution, how evolution works. Dito yung convergent naman, no? Nag-evolve sila from different types of organism. They have developed a similar traits, no, or morphological traits uh, na specific lang dun sa isang environment. Kunwari yung fish na shark tapos yung mammal na dolphin, no? Parehas naman silang may panglangoy, no? Magkaiba sila pero parehas silang nag-evolve into traits that is applicable only on water. Okay, next naman, students, pag sinabi nating adaptive radiation, when an organism experience mass extinction, their competitors invade their territory. This allows them to multiply rapidly and exploit the resources. Kasi nga nagkaroon ng competition, no? So, pag nagkaroon ng competition students, pwedeng mag-decline talaga yung resources, especially food. So, you have to evolve and use other resources. 'Di ba? Hindi naman wala na kaming bigas. Dahil ba wala na kayong bigas, hindi ka nakakain. So, you have to exploit other resources. And because of that, you've evolved into new different types of organism. Ganito yung nangyari sa isang species, no? Itong founder species niya, yeah, nag-evolve siya sa liwi. Ang kanyang pangunahing resources is the insects, yung ano yan, makihi naman, nectar na yung kanya. Pag nehoa, finch naman, seeds na yun sa kanya. Eh yun, nakikita nyo, iba't iba sila ng evolution. Okay? Iba't iba sila ng resources. Therefore, nag-iba din yung kanilang uh, beaks. Okay? And it is the process of natural selection. Okay, next mo naman students sa co-evolution naman. Sabi lang sa co-evolution, di ba madali lang naman to. Yung sinasabi lang neto is itong isang sabi dito, usually observe in predator and prey relationship as well as those close interspecific interactions such as mutualism and competition. Ang nangyari dito students, no? Kunwari ito, yung isang bird na to, kailangan niya kainin yung mimic. Okay? So yung mimic na yan students, it has to evolve, no? Para hindi siya kainin. Eto naman yung isa na to, napapagkamalan siya palagi na mimic. Okay? Pero inedible yan sa birds. Okay? So, possible, no? Pwede siyang, pag kinain yan, possible mamatay siya or and so on. Basta inedible siya. Okay? So, pero napapagkamalin siya na, na prey ng bird. Okay? So, sabi niya, I have to evolve to look less like the mimic. Okay, sabi niya, to look less like a mimic. Kasi pag halos same lang kami, it is possible na makain ako nung isang organism. Okay, ng bird. Sabi naman na tong isa, ay hindi pwede. Kailangan mag-evolve din ako na halos katulad niya pa rin ako. Para hindi niya ako basta-basta makakain. Pwede siyang malito. Okay? Kasi may consequence pag kinain tong isa. Ito namang isa, sabi niya, kailangan mag-evolve ako into something na kaya kong i-determine or ma-separate yung pagkakaiba nilang dalawa. So, in that way, no, it is a co-evolution. The other one is evolving, the other one is evolving, and the other one is evolving. Sana makuha ninyo yung gusto kong ipakita. Okay, next po is the gradualism. Ang gradualism lang naman students, it is the common belief that the evolution requires a long period of time. Ibig sabihin ng isang organism, no, nag-evolve siya into different types of animal, but it is very long. Okay, next naman is punctuated evolution. It is idea that the support the notion that there are gaps in the fossil records as evidences by rapid spurts of change followed by a long period of time of a little evolution change. So, ang sabi naman dito students, sabi niya, um, dahil nga nagkaroon, let's say, may mass extinction na nangyari doon sa dinosaur. So dahil nagkaroon ng mass extinction doon sa dinosaur, no, syempre nalaglag yung mga comments, nagkaroon ng mga asteroids, okay, but it changes the environment as well as killed many types of dinosaurs, 'di ba? So dahil nga ganun yung nangyari, dahil namatay yung maraming dinosaurs, nawala ng predator. So someone should fill in that vacant seat, no, ng mga predator. Okay, nakukuha niya ako. So because of that, no, kasi mabilis lang yun eh. Biglang, ubos kayong lahat pagbagsak ng asteroid. Sobrang bilis noon. Sabi dito, rapid spurt, no, of change, no? Tapos, dahil nga kailangan ng vacant doon, nagkaroon ng evolution when it comes to the different mammals. Sila naman yung naging main predator on that area. Okay, sana nagigets nyo ako. Dahil sa biglaan, no, kailangan mabilis talaga siya, mabilis na pag-change. Nung nag-change na siya, maliliit dati yung mammals, biglang naging malalaki. Okay, so biglaan yung mga change niya. But not really biglaan, hindi naman siya magic. Okay, so after niyang mag-change, nagkaroon ng quiet na. Okay, parang, oh okay, tama na to. Diyan na yung evolution ko. After ng evolution na yan, na-stop na yung evolution doon. And nagkaroon ng maratagal, sobrang tagal, long period of evolution again. So kaya sinasabi nila, may gaps doon sa notion. May gaps doon sa fossil records ng isang evolution. Okay, so kung kanina yung gradualism, no, mabagal siya, pero ito mabilis naman. Okay, pero nagkaroon nga um, long periods of a little evolutionary change. Okay, so, ayan. So, wag na yan. So, okay. So, let's go sa pinaka-main topic natin kasi syempre, ano lang yon, review pa lang yon. Diba? Ang tagal. Okay, pero madali lang naman yung ating lesson. Isa. Kasi part yan ng quiz na gagawin ninyo eh. I don't have a choice then. So, kailangan ko talagang gawin siya. Okay, so I'm hoping na sana panoorin nyo kasi sayang naman yung video na ginawa ko. Okay, so ayan. So what is evolution? Who are the scientists contributed to the development of evolutionary thoughts? How evolution works and how does a Lamarckian and Darwinian evolutionary differs, okay, onto each other. So ayan, na-discuss naman natin, no? And hindi ko alam kung maririnig. But this video shows that we have different types of interactions. The term that represents i-play no in the next ko na kaagad. Variety of. Okay, so we have the levels of organization. Ulit-ulit na to. Meron tayong organisms dito. Ito yung pinakapag-uusapan natin. Okay, so alam na natin tong iba. Okay, so again, no, may law of conservation of energy tayo. So this applies to the ecosystems such as the photosynthesis that facilitate the conversion of radiation energy to chemical potential energy. So in here, students, tinatawag to na energy pyramid. No, alam naman natin that the autotrophs, no, siya yung gumagawa ng sarili niyang pagkain, no, from the sun, no, nako-convert yung energy na yon and then to chemical potential energy, and then this facilitates the creation of glucose inside the body of the plants, no. Autotrophs is plants, no, they make their own food. So pag kinain natin yung plant, students, no, um of course, that's the first order, no? May herbivore naman dito. No? So, herbivore na yan. Tapos yung carnivore. And the third consumer is what we call the heterotrophs. Okay, so habang kinakain natin yung isang organism, students, no? We lost 90% of heat, no? Tapos, yung natitira lang is 10%. No, bakit natin nalulos yung 90%? No, nare-release to the environment. Kasi syempre, pagkakain natin, students, ginagamit din natin ang katawan natin to work. Pwedeng naglalakad tayo, nag-iisip tayo, nagre-review tayo, and so on. So, lahat ng 90% na nakain natin, from 90% of energy from doon sa kinain natin, students, is actually nawala na. Okay? Na-loss na siya. And then the 10% is Okay? Only inside of us, 10%. And then, ganun din sa iba. Yung napapass students is only 10%, tapos nawawala ng nawawala. Okay? So that's why it's called 10% rule diagrams. Okay? So sabi dito, when an organism is eaten by its predator, approximately 10% of the energy that it has acquired from the previous trophic level will be passed on the next trophic level. These also known as the 10% law. So this is accordance to the first law of thermodynamics, the law of conservation of energy. So since the 90% was released to the environment and not simply lost. Okay, so we have different types of nutritional relationships exist. Okay, pwedeng yung autotrophs, tanggalin nyo yung decomposers ha. Ano yan? Heterotrophs and heterotrophs and autotrophs, they make their own food. Autotrophs and decomposers are different from each other, ha? O, classified as herbivores, yung heterotrophs, pwedeng carnivores, pwedeng omnivores, and scavengers as long as they rely on the environment or others para mabuhay. So, kinakain nila and so on. Pag scavengers naman, they are vultures or hyenas that eat dead animals, and decomposers naman, they are classified as saprophytes and detritivores. Okay, they are anong tawag dito? Kumakain ng mga nabubulok na. Okay, and one of the reasons also bakit may nabubulok din. Okay, so may symbiosis tayo. It is a term, no, from German botanist Anton Barry. So it means to live together. So macro species yan ha. In a symbiosis is known as host, and the smaller species is called microspecies, known as symbiote. Okay, so we have different types of symbiote, no? Pwedeng mutualism, sabi dito, both organisms benefited. Commensalism naman, one organism is benefited while the other is unharmed. Pag sinabi nating parasitism naman, one organism benefited while the other is harmed pero hindi naman pinatay. Okay, pag tandaan students, pag mutualism, one organism is benefited, the other organism is benefited also. So both organism benefited in the relationship. Commensalism naman students, one benefits while the other is unaffected. Oh, yan. Oh, okay lang, bahala ka dyan. Okay, so no? Mamaya may mga examples. Commensalism yan. Pag parasitism naman, one benefits while the other is harm. Okay, siya galit siya. Okay, kasi na-harm siya. Pero yung isa, masaya. Okay, masaya siyang nakapanakit siya ng tao. Amensalism naman is one organism is harmed and the other organism is wala naman siyang na-benefit pero naka-harm pa rin siya. Okay, one is harmed while the other is unaffected. Hindi siya na-apektuhan ng kahit ano. Wala nangyari sa kanya. Okay, sabi dito, the tree provides a nursery for the ants in the thorns and makes special food for the ant babies. So, that's the tree, no? Ayun yung part niya. So, ano naman yung part ng ants? Sabi niya, in return, the ants sting and attack any other plants or insects that try to invade the trees. So, what do you think is their symbiotic relationship? Kung pareho silang nag-benefit. So, ang tawag dyan natin is the mutualism. Kasi pareho silang nag-benefit. Next one naman, the boxer crab, also known as the pom-pom crab, carries a pair of stinging anemones and its claws, which it uses to defend itself from predators. The anemones get to move around, which increases their food supply. So what do you think is their symbiotic relationship? So their symbiotic relationship, no, as you can see, both of them, okay, is benefited. So it's still mutualism. Next naman, this moray eel has a small cleaning between its teeth. Fish cleaning between its teeth. The eel gets clean mouth while the other cleaner fish gets a nice meal. So what do you think is their relationship? So pareho pa rin sila, no? So it's still mutualism. Okay, next one, yung shark and remora. Sabi dito, the remora attaches itself, ito remora, to the shark and saves energy since it doesn't have to swim. And it gets to snack on the shark kills, no, pag may napapatay yung shark. So the shark doesn't get anything. So wala siya, unaffected siya. So ano siya? It's commensalism. Okay, next po. Pag sinabi natin cattle and cattle egrets, no? And as cattle walk around eating grass, they stir up lots of insects. The egrets eat the insects while the cow gets the benefit of fewer insects bothering them. Bothering lang naman, students, hindi naman sila na na apektuhan ng todo. No? Ano lang, parang nakakainis lang, 'di ba? Pag natutulog ka, may biglang o kaya may kumakain ka, biglang may dumapong langaw sa tenga mo, 'di ba? Nakakairita 'yan. Hindi ka naman na pero wala naman nangyari sa iyo. So that is commensalism. So the other one naman, students, this worm infects by humans by getting into the bloodstream. So it gets a warm, safe home in the blood of stream. Lowa-lowa worm yan, no? And humans are harmed because they may go blind and or have other complications due to the parasite. So from it's the word, no, what symbiotic relationship is this? So basically it is parasitism, pero hindi naman niya napatay, no, hindi naman napatay ng parasite yung human, so it's parasitism. So the other one, Zika virus and human, the human is bitten by infected mosquito. The virus is transmitted into the bloodstream of the human from the infected mosquito. So, what happens there, students, so nagkaroon ng fever, rash, red eyes, joint pain, and even asymptomatic, no? Ano kaya sa kanila yung, ano kaya to? Parasitism kaya to? Is still parasitism, na harm niya. Okay, and the last one, students, pag sinabi natin amensalism, no, kumari yung may predator na tumakbo dito sa mga buffalo na to, no, hinabol nila. So, nagkaroon ng stampede of animals, no? Ito, nagkaroon ng stampede na tumakbo-takbo sila, pero wala namang silang benefit na nakuha dun sa syempre, nag-benefit sila, hindi sila nakain. Pero not really, no? Na nakaapekto dun sa nutrition nila. So, trampling over a field of plants. So, the animals do not benefit from trampling over grasses and plants, whereas the plants are harmed or killed. Okay? So, wala naman silang nakuha. Yung buffalo, wala siyang nakuha na kahit ano. Pero, napatay pa rin yung animals dahil sa kakatakbo niya. Okay? That is amensalism. Okay, so hanggang dyan lang naman yung lesson natin, students. I'm hoping na sana natuto kayo. Okay? That will be all for today. And bye-bye. Okay, thank you.